So what we want them to do when they go back to their classrooms, back to their schools, is to think about what are they doing based on what they've heard here. Now, I've heard some things which have made me stand back and go, oh, I'm not sure about that.
Right.
And I want the teachers to do that themselves. And certainly in the groups that I've been working with in the workshops, we've been talking about strategies to support teachers in their schools and looking at small steps.
Yes.
Looking at modelling and demonstrating and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm?
Passion.
Passion was the word that I heard today again.
Right.
And certainly the teachers picked that up.
Yes.
So that's what I want them to do. And then gradually I think they'll bring into play getting the children to talk, getting more children to investigate the situations, getting more of real situations to look at. And what they were telling me is, as soon as children start to do that, children get success.
Yes.
And as soon as you get success, you get enjoyment. And as soon as you get enjoyment, you want to do this sort of thing more often. And what we'll be hoping to get rid of is that old fear of mathematics, the hatred of mathematics, and bring through a generation of more people, more kids who are enjoying mathematics from their school experiences.
Right.
Now that, as they say in the jargon, is a big ask.
Yes. Yes.
But starting it gradually, I think that's what we have.
So, are there things then that teachers might very readily bring back into the classroom for implementation?
I think we've offered in a broad sense a number of general models that can be adopted to older primary kids, middle primary kids, younger primary kids, and we're offering them. We are not telling.
No.
So here's something that's out there. What are you doing? And we have stories coming from our teachers here of successes they've had. And other people have been madly scribbling these down.
Yes.
So there are a lot of strategies coming forward that they should be able to use, may be able to use into their classrooms. And that's another one of the messages. Give it a go.
Yeah. Well, I think what we've been, it comes on two levels. We're saying, developing your classroom chance, get the kids to have a go, support them to have a go, get them to share and talk and learn from each other. And we're saying at the top level, or at the next level up as teachers, if you haven't tried, just give it a go.
Yes.
Try a little thing. Hear what the others have said. Try one of their ideas. And then, again, you share and you talk about it. And if you have been doing these things and you would hope to be able to promote the professional learning in your school, help your other teachers there. Just have a little go. And talk about it and promote the professional learning that you yourself have been trying to achieve as well.
Yes, I think in success there's a lot of risk-taking, and I guess you have to try and create an environment which supports that risk-taking, not only for the students, but the teachers obviously have to feel comfortable
at the student
with
level
that
and
as well.
again at the teacher level.
Well, I think coming on this program gives the teachers a reason to take a little bit of risk. It almost legitimises what they're going to do.
Yes.
Oh well, this was at the summer school.
I'll give it a try.
I'm going to give it a try.
It's not some weird idea that I suddenly thought of. So I think that is a strength of what's happening here. Other people have done this. I think I'll try.
Yes, I think it's quite clear that the networking that people will be able to establish and carry back into their school, the discussion that they have with the teachers and probably the presenters as well, will give them a very strong resource base to work with. Are there any other resources that you feel that teachers might go to help with the ideas that you've been presenting?
As I've been talking with the teachers, for me it was quite surprising that many of them didn't know about their local professional maths association.
Right.
So the other day, Will Moroney and I were on the stall with the books, and people were very interested. So one of the things I suggested, it came out in the Western Australia meeting today, was to join the local professional association and with its wider fingers into the Australian Association of
Yes.
Robotics Teachers. So that's one thing I've been suggesting. Another thing I've suggested, well, certainly for the Western Australian people, they now have a face to a name.
Yes.
They've got a contact. Contact me, contact Sandra, contact other people within the group. Most of us are metropolitan Perth, so we're not too far away. But one of the great joys, I think, of being here is the conversations that you have with people from all over.
Yes.
So you think, oh, there's somebody in Queensland who's doing that.
Yeah.
You can work with them. And the other one I've been suggesting, which is, do your homework.
Right.
read the article that we
Yes,
gave you.
yes.
Because there's a start.
That's right.
And that's what I've got to do as well.
Oh, yes, it's a very strong resource base, and hopefully our website will have good links going from the summer school website to enable.
There's a lot of resources. I guess you've seen all the people buying their post boxes.
Yes, I have.
To mail back,
Yes.
because they'll be overweight in the airplane.
Yeah. All right. Sandra, was
Just
there
to add
anything
to that Len's touched on the note that to take away, they are each other as their resources, and I've also certainly emphasized the professional organizations and to be your own member, not a school member, because it costs practically nothing, and you get the email updates you on what's happening in the national site and National Numeracy Week with activities going on, and so they've got that. The other thing was, I would hope people are going away with the sense that on that internet as a resource and our beautiful website and all the rest of it takes them beyond what they've had before, in that people tend to just Google lesson plan on fractions,
Yes.
but that there's this whole range of very scholarly stuff that's out there that they weren't aware of, that's research-based, evidence-based, that beyond these sort of websites people set up, or a whole range of people like us, and we already gave them our homework, but there's other things out there that could open up another dimension to their professional learning that perhaps they weren't aware of, that if they hadn't come to the summer school gives that whole other dimension to evidence-based teaching that some of them perhaps hadn't thought about it. And in the planning of the summer school, I'm quite aware that the team here at UNE was very careful in putting together a program to build that in.
Yes.
And I think that's very vital in terms of the summer school being more than just show and tell ideas.
Yeah.
It's actually much more scholarly, while also being professionally based and practice-based to make a difference in the long run.
And I think that's vital, that scholarly, evidence-based, professional, because that's the way to move forward.
Yeah.
And that has been an emphasis, and certainly Sandra picking that up with talking to the groups. These are the websites. And I think to a certain extent this week, these 10 days, the idea of theory on one hand and practice on the other has been moved to being theory and practice together.
Yeah.
For many teachers, that they have not quite necessarily a fear of theory, but they don't see the relevance of it. And there have been a number of presentations which have shown here's the theory, here's the practice. And I think that's been a vital message coming forward.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not sure whether you mentioned it earlier here or was one of the other interviews, and that idea of action research. I mean, this provides a real good opportunity for people to go back and to put those two things together, and to sort of go through cycles where they're implementing something, testing it, evaluating it, and then trying it again, but also backing that, as you say, with the research base to underpin what they're doing.
Yes, because what we want to do is to use the expertise that we have here in the classroom to develop that research base, rather than just have anecdotal comments on what somebody might have done.
Yes.
If we can bring it into that research base, then it becomes scholarly and becomes more powerful and can be shared with the rest of the maths teaching group.
Great. Well, I think we'd best finish up. Thank you very much to both of you for your presentations, and thank you for talking to us today.